Bristol's campus missions meets on campus every week for worship, prayer, and a spiritual message. They have events like small groups for freshmen and even throw pies at each other to fundraise. This isn't a church group, it's a parachurch. Their mission is to connect students with local churches while they get to know their peers and encourage each other in their faith.
It was comfortable and the people were also welcoming.
USC alumna Nicole Park remembers the sense of community she felt in her time at KCM.
Most of all, people in my class, in the freshman class, had really tight relationships even though they just met in KCM, and I wanted that for myself.
KCM's message of faith competes against a growing trend that shows many students tend to leave their spiritual life behind once they hit college. Joel Park's experience is typical of many who join KCM.
I know a lot of friends that grew up at church with me, but once they get to college, it's like your own faith at that point.
And I think a lot of that has to do with, them not understanding the answers that Christianity has for a secular world.
God's love has been poured out into the hearts through the Holy Spirit.
But faith remains strong in some schools. In February, a Christian college in Kentucky held a chapel service that lasted nearly 2 weeks. It was completely unplanned and sparked discussions of spiritual revival among young people.
Spiritual revival can mean different things to different people, but here in Taper Hall, KCM meets every week, late at night, to pursue their faith as a community.
Just like your own personal way of just finding that connection with God.
The spiritual connection is something that is personally experienced, as well as a choice the students themselves can make. And it's why Nicole Park still visits, even after graduation.
But once I started college, I realized I went through a really hard time in high school, and God was my only comfort.
Whether it's comfort or making a connection to a church or their peers, KCM meets students where they are on their spiritual journey and creates a community for Trojans pursuing faith. For Annenberg Media, I'm Huang.